Too true.
We'll fuck the system until they figure out how to fuck us. But hey, that's how life goes, right?
Yeah, raw dogging it till the day we die.
Until it fucks you back and then you die. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what, Spotify, you win. Or I'm sorry, Zoom. Spotify, you're all right. You're all right.
Yeah. Oh god, I did this in such a rush. I forgot to connect my power cord.
Oh, that is all good.
It's right behind me though. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, I was gonna talk all the shit in the world.
I mean, you can still go for it if you'd like. I'm sure everyone else will appreciate listening.
Can you still hear me that clearly?
It's pretty good, yeah.
God. Now I know never to bellow in the middle of an episode.
When you bumped your mic right now, it kind of sounded like a robotic bellow. It's kind of nice.
It was a real bellow.
Now we know the name of the episode already. That's kind of quick.
What, the real bellow?
Robotic bellow, yeah.
Robotic bellow. I like that.
Yeah. I found out just today, like earlier, I don't know what made me think of it. But I got like a shot of nostalgia, and so I looked up. I wanted to see how easily you could find our video on how effective medical marijuana is to your brain.
I saw that like 2 years ago. Joshua is so little in that video.
He was so little. So apparently 10 days ago was like the 7th anniversary of us uploading that video for your school project.
Shit.
7 years ago.
7 years? We're old.
We are pretty damn old. But you know what? Those bits in there, as soon as we got to the second bit, I was like, everything in our friendship has led to this moment, I think. All of the dumbassery that we have put each other through has led to this show, has culminated to this dumb show. And who knows what else comes from here as well.
And some pretty stupid shit.
Some very stupid shit. Yeah.
Some unbelievably stupid shit.
If I remember, go ahead.
Just sometimes, I don't know.
Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You could have just left it at sometimes. And enough said.
Sometimes. Yeah, they're funny. I still like them. I think it'd be fun to, if you had the original video still, download it, chop off all the stupid shit about me talking, and actually having like the shorts.
I'm sure I could figure something out like that. Yeah, I'm sure I could figure something like that. Just compile it all together. That's not a bad idea.
What happened? That was in it. So why don't we start with the first one? Because that was the second like comedy video we made for my college.
Yes,
I don't know if you remember that.
No, I definitely remember it was for your college classes. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I love that your professors gave you the excuse of like, hey, like, you know, if you don't want to have to stand up in front of the class and do a speech, do a video presentation.
I still had to with the pot one. The pot one was for my philosophy class, and it had to be a 10-minute presentation, but he said 5 minutes can be video and you can present the other 5. So you best believe I did that. And yeah, that was an experience. But let me start with the first one. So the very first one.
If we're gonna tell this story, we have to tell it from the beginning.
Why don't we drink a little bit before we?
Yeah, we haven't even talked about what the hell we have today.
Oh, I'm excited.
I am very excited.
This is literally my 4th one of these in like 5 days.
Oh, you've been done having it. Damn.
I've been done having it. Yes. Yes. Pull me on a plane in Alabama because I'm going to marry my sister cousin, you know?
What that has to do with this beer, I have no idea, but it's still relevant. So anyone not watching the video version on Spotify, oh dear God. All Alabama listeners just depleted. And we've actually had listeners from Alabama according to our stats, but now
bring in your cousin sisters or your sister wives. I don't care. Bring them in. Support us.
Bring your brother, sister's dog. That's your aunt. That's all good. It's all good. You know, if anything, they're either fuming right now. They're either like shaking with anger or like, that's right. He's representing us right now. They're
Come here,
representing
sister
us.
cousin. This man is making a point.
Well, with that very good note, today, to anyone not listening or watching the video, we have the latest IPA released by Russian River Brewing Company, a brewery we featured on the show many times. But today,
Many times.
sir, we have what now?
That R&D series IPA number 4.
Hopped with Strata, Idaho 7, and Sabro hoppies.
So, I should tell you this right now. I absolutely adore this beer.
Oh, I'm so happy to say that. I was a little nervous. Go ahead.
It reminds me, and this is the best way I'm going to put it. I hope you disagree with me because I'm going to sound stupid saying this, but it tastes like Pliny the Elder light.
Pliny. Okay. So my head was instantly going to this when I grabbed it from my fridge because I had realized up to this point, one, I have not tasted this beer. Secondly, I have not taken the time to look at the percentage of strength of this beer either.
7%.
So, 7%. Okay. I was either saying, so I wanted to go realistic and I was thinking, okay, my dream, it's like at least 8.2, like right in there with Pliny the Elder. But I was like, but you know what, realistically, considering the other IPAs they have, maybe it's like a nice 7.4. So 7%, cool, nice. Which is still like a percentage stronger than Blind Pig and Happy Hops, their other IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
So nice. I'm very excited for this. I'm going to pour it into a glass for color purposes. But before I do, I'm just going to take it straight from the teat right here in the bottle.
Cheers,
sir. And then we'll see if we can remember what the hell we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good beer.
That's smooth jazz. Oh, baby.
Wow. That's smooth jazz.
So I see what you're saying about, like, at least percentage wise, Pliny the Elder light, but it has the Pliny the Elder flavor in there to a degree.
But it doesn't have the brute bitterness that, and I wouldn't say brute, but like Pliny the Elder has bitterness at the end. It's a double IPA,
yeah.
So that's why I say it. I feel like it is a lot like Pliny the Elder. Just the afterburn, that bite is light. It's not as heavy.
That bite is light. That needs to be the freaking saying on this one right here. It's not a bad way of describing it. Were you a rapper in your past life? Because you're dropping all the bars right now. All right, let's see. Yeah, and you know what? Color-wise, it does remind me of like a Pliny the almost the coloring reminds me of like Pliny for President to a degree. Like lighter, maybe a little less foggy. And I was recently thinking about that beer, and I was like, oh my God, it's been so long since I've had Pliny for President. It's been a while.
2
but
years?
I remember
1 year? A year and a half.
Yeah, it was in 2020, I think. Was it? Or 2019? Yeah, obviously.
They still
it was our first year.
Had it after he was elected, Biden. They still had it going around for a little bit, but
yes.
Yeah.
I remember you said that you had it on tap a couple times. And then I think one of the last times I remember having it, it was either on tap at Testing Brewing Company or the trivia night that Sin and I met you and Yvonne at Hollingshead. I think they had it that night too.
Whoa, you're getting New Year's mixed up, bro. You old. That was
Oh, really?
What you're thinking about was like 5 years ago.
That's not that long ago, was it?
But Pliny for President came out 2 years ago. So you're like going 3 years back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you're getting confused.
I'm getting old. It's all blurring together now.
I want to say that first time we were at Hollingshead, we did like you and I together. Well, with the ladies. I don't think we had Elder that day. I don't think that's when it was as accessible.
Okay, that's fair. Was it the time that I met up with you and Yvonne there? It was just the three of us hanging out. Was it then, maybe?
One of the times.
Because we got obliterated.
Trash, AJ.
Another one of those times where I just assumed, you know what? Hey, we need to pick up beer for the show. That was the main purpose. But Yvonne, being the lovely, supportive woman she is, was like, you guys have a great time. She had one with us too. And you and I Proceeded to get
We
down.
proceeded to get down. Proceeded to get down. Yeah, we're old people. Yeah, I like to classify those days as the nights that you don't remember, but the days that you'll never forget.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Very specific on the time of day that you're referencing right now. Yes. Very good distinction there, sir.
Because you might not remember the stupid shit you did, but you will never forget about that day.
Leading up to it. Yes,
Or
absolutely.
even after. Like,
Right.
I blacked out. I'll never drink again. Well, you don't remember it, but you'll never forget the actual day.
I just get like random shot images of like dust clouds, a random knee going toward my face, and any other myriad of terrible things we might have said to each other out of love.
God, yeah, we go through like all of the steps of a relationship whenever we're really drunk. Smin first. Talking about the future.
Oh yeah, our future together. Yes.
Then the fight.
Sure.
Then the hand holding and loving.
Yeah, and then the makeup sex. Yes,
the
there
makeup
you go.
sex. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. All that's left to do is doing what we've continued to do, which is just grow old together. That's basically.
And we're already doing it. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. We're right on course.
I'll drink to that.
Goddamn this fucking beer. Oh, it's really good. Okay, so let's talk about the flavor real quick before we go back to the beginning of what the fuck we were rambling about. So again, this is R&D Series IPA number 4 by Russian River Brewing Company. An even 7%. Yeah, as it says right there on the bottle. Good call, sir. You're right.
Yep.
And
I've had 4 of them.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I bought 4 today. I was like, I'll buy 2 for the show if we go that far. And then 2 more for one for my dad to have and maybe 1 for me to have.
He's going to enjoy it.
Oh,
he's enjoy it. I know we are currently talking about it, so I can say it. The first day I had it was last Thursday. I want to say it was. Yvonne and I went to Tustin, and they had it there. I try not to look at their beer menu anymore because sometimes I'm a little sad that they don't have as many IPAs. But when I went in, I was like, "Oh, R&D. I've heard of it, but it's never really caught my attention." But it was the only good one they had, or the only different one. They have good ones. And yeah, I had the first one, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna have a second."
I'm gonna have 12.
And then I went to my parents on Sunday, and I bought 2, one for Beer Belly, and then went to just get drunk at my parents.
Very nice.
And I did.
Very smart lad. And I did. So this is 4 for 4 then right now for you, it seems.
This is the 4th one. Yes. I will be 4 in by the end of today.
Very nice. A good way to end the quadrilogy for now anyway.
For now.
I'm going to pour myself a little bit more. Actually, why am I pouring into the glass again? Oh, well.
At Russian River, they actually have the original one. I was on their website today. But not the bottle, like in tap, in the brew room. Yeah, they have R&D IPA.
Oh shit, that sounds.
I wonder what
great.
that one tastes like.
I know, right? If this is the 4th iteration of it, dear God, that sounds great. I would love to. I kind of like the minimalist, but like fun, like micro brewing vibe going on in the art of the bottle as well. It's kind of cool. They have all like the silos and brewers right there. It's actually pretty sick. Again, simplistic but straightforward and just kind of, I don't know, fun little design. I dig it. But yeah, this flavor, it's nice, like you said, a lighter
tropicalness to it.
Pliny the Elder, yeah, a little bit of fruit going on here, but definitely has a little heft. But like you said, not that same like full beef roundedness that like you'd get from a Pliny the Elder. And I mean, also to your credit, you'd mentioned that like Pliny the Elder, it's not like the most like brutish thing, but also it's still a double IPA.
Yeah, you still have like if you don't like IPAs, you taste it. You're like really like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're like your average IPA lover, I think this is one of the more like smoother ones when it comes to the bite. Still enough bite for me to like it, because there are other IPAs I've had that just don't have that bite, and it's like my whiskey. I want to feel like I got punched in the face, you know.
I feel you. I want to feel like I've been married to Amber Heard for 7 years.
You know it. I actually had us a big 2 on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Which one did you get a pour of?
10-year. Yeah.
Oh, very classy.
Oh, and it wasn't just a pour.
Oh.
My sister-in-law's father brought a whistle pig, and this was last Saturday, and
Oh.
I day drank because I was gonna go to a food festival, so I wanted to be nice and toasty. And then by the time I got home, it was like 4 o'clock, and I was done. I was like, I'm starting to sober up, trying to pass out, and then he shows up, and he's like, "I got that whistle pig." Okay,
Can't say
let's
no.
fucking go. Let's
He's a
go.
fan of Whistle Pig, huh? Nice.
Well, he because of me, he wants to try
Uh,
more whiskeys because he knows
cool.
like how big of fans we are. And one of these days the three of us should go out. I think he'd appreciate it if you went too.
Oh, I'd like that. He was really nice to me when I met him for the wedding. Yeah, he was super chill.
Yeah, and he loves he is all about trying new whiskeys now. And
Nice.
he peer pressures me. Like he kind of has this long running thing now that I'm the bad influence. But the last 2 times he's been like, more. I'm like, no more. Come on.
That's all. Oh, he's learning the come on. He's learning the come on.
Come on. Come on. What shit?
What am I going to say? No? All good.
Come on.
All right. Well, should we round back to what the hell we were talking about in the beginning of the show?
The stupid days of our videos.
Of our youth? Yes.
But was my video first? No, the first one was you rolling down that giant hill.
I forgot about that one. That one comes to mind maybe once a year, once every couple of years. I think back to that. But you're right. That was dumb. That was just like I remember that day when I got the idea for it. We shot it the same day I thought of it. It was all spur of the moment. Like I was walking. It was my last day of like spring semester of college. And I was like, hell yeah. Like I can't wait to have fun. I have the rest of the day off, no work. I'm going to hit up John and see if he's down to hang. And if he's down to shoot this dumb video of me celebrating the beginning of summer. And you were down. And
of course I was.
I proceeded to throw myself down a hill
several times.
Multiple times.
Several times.
Several times.
And you just have more and more ideas just all over the place.
The only thing that cushioned me was we had got a comforter from my house and some pillows. That way I could jump onto those as like a crash pad. But that was about it. And I remember doing like a full somersault in the air onto them multiple fucking times. Like I don't know how I had the endurance to do that, because now I would have broken something, or at least a lung would have been shifted over by this point.
Stupid people doing stupid shit. I mean,
absolutely. Well, you were the lucky one. You just got to hold the camera phone and just watch me do it.
Yeah, but I was the idiot recording the idiot.
Like, yeah, this is cool right here. This guy's got something going on.
It's for future YouTubers. Turn podcasters.
Turn dumbasses through the entirety of our lives. But yeah, that was pretty fun. That was just something. You could probably find that still in the bottom of the early days of my Instagram feed, I'm sure. That was like the first couple of years of Instagram there. That post, like year 1 or 2 of Instagram, I think, if I had to guess.
Old. So
yeah.
That was like the first time we recorded something stupid. And then I took a communication study class, speech, and the very first project that she assigned to us was to make an informational video of anything. And I was like, okay, I'm really into beards at this point. My hair wasn't long at all at that time, but I had a beard. And I was like, well, I'm gonna do a beard tutorial video. And I was like, I'm asking AJ to help me. And I remember we had to fill out a sheet that said, like, what's your video? What's your ideas? And I told her, I'm leaving this blank because my friend's helping me and his mind is all over the place. He's a mess. I think he might be artistic.
That's a very nice way to put it.
I said artistic.
Okay? Yeah, no, I get it.
I know what I said.
No, it's a very nice way to put it. Absolutely. Thank you for being sensitive to my feelings, to my undiagnosed self.
And
but go on.
I don't think I had any plans to make it funny. I think I just
My friend has a camera.
And then that shit escalated. I'll never forget. We drove to Tree to buy a shower cap.
Yes.
What else did we do? I remember I picked up the shell. That you love that. I'll never forget
conch
that.
Shell.
The conch shell.
just go on YouTube and search how to groom your beard the sexy way, and the sexy way in parentheses, that is. So and then you'll find the AJ Applesauce YouTube channel that is not extinct, but definitely not tended to as much as it should be.
And you know what I appreciated was because the video we recorded was like right under the time, so there was a few parts where you like slowed it down and then you added credits to the end. Some
good bloopers in there.
I remember and we didn't have to show it off. Like, it wasn't a requirement to show the class. It was just to do it and the teacher would grade it.
Wow. And that's really lenient.
You know, she saw it, and when the next time I had class, she told me during a break, she's like, I saw your video. It was really fun. It was really funny. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was sitting next to an older lady who heard her say that. And she's like, show the class, show everybody. And I'm like, all right. I mean, why not? It was already recorded. I don't care.
Had you seen the final edit at that point?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I had to send it to her.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. For sure.
I will say, if it wasn't for that older lady, I wouldn't have said, oh, you want to play for everybody?
So that's very modest of you.
Our video, I was going to say my video. Our video was the only one that played during that class. And,
wow. No one else did theirs or showed theirs, huh?
No, it was just ours.
Damn.
And they laughed their asses off at the scene where I'm like showering, and then I step out and I'm like dressed.
I remember that idea. That was so fun. I was like, yeah, just step out, but fully clothed, shoes tied, everything. Mm-hmm. That was pretty fun. I'm glad that sunk in, that they got it. That's good.
That was a good one, yeah. Nice editing. And then it was fun. That was it for that. I got an A in that class.
Hell yeah.
And then yes, it was the philosophy class I took where I did the effects of marijuana and what it does to people, and I just took that as another opportunity to make short clips with AJ. Was that the one where you also had your dad laying on the floor?
No, that was a failed project on my part for one of my cinematography classes.
Don't you ever say I'm not a bro. I remember I had work at like 5 a.m. and only Diego and I were there. Everybody else.
You guys, you were the ride or dies for sure, or you are the ride or die for sure. You guys definitely pulled through when everyone else fucking flaked like a motherfucker.
Peter showed up like hours later. Like, he had to work. And he wanted to say he called us and said he would show up or something, and we were like, no, it's all right. We're already done.
We're wrapped.
But Peter too. I remember Peter actually made an attempt. He didn't cancel. He had work.
And Peter has definitely been there for our friendship when we needed him multiple times, especially when we played our first show, our first like big gig with Ivory Gold.
Big gig.
That was yes. In Upland, that he definitely pulled through because he was with me helping set up and move all the equipment before you were even out of work, I think.
Well, the lead person of the band doesn't do that stuff.
These delicate hands don't do lifting.
I was done with the spa, and I just needed to sit in the AC car for like another hour just to mentally prepare myself.
42 degrees Fahrenheit.
I had the help. I mean, I don't need to worry about moving anything.
Exactly. You have a mani-pedi scheduled. You're not going to take those cucumbers off your eyes 20 minutes early. No, not even a minute early. You're going to let those puppies sit because you don't want bags for your big show. It's not right. No.
That would be on you. You would be at that point. I blame you.
I'll take the bro grenade on that one. That would be my fuck up. I agree.
God, I wish we had that video or any video of that.
I know. I wonder if we could still find it somewhere.
Where? We never uploaded it anywhere.
I know. I you know what? It was on our Dropbox for a time. So I wonder if I could still find it there.
Wait. No?
Mm-hmm.
No.
because Peter recorded that day.
Yeah, we didn't get Dropbox until Voldemort joined the band.
No, but I remember
the name that
I actually uploaded it to Dropbox myself.
And you didn't give me that link, or I ignored you. But the only
either
Dropbox,
is possible.
The only Dropbox I remember about is the one the devil created, and and we use that one. It's still up, I think.
That's a great inside friendship joke right there. I've been telling Sin about that too. The Voldemort thing broke me so good when we were out to lunch or to dinner that day, whatever.
Was it dinner? I don't know.
Yes. It was like a nice in-betweener. It was like a nice linner. So actually, you know what? We have not addressed this, but I was going to wait till Sunday, and I'll still bring it up now and then, I'm sure, in our friendship. But are we square now? Are you now going to be my best man?
No. I told you already.
Oh my
God. Somebody else asked me first.
Oh.
And for my understanding, you can only be one best man a year.
Oh, is that the rule?
That's, I mean, damn. Now I'll be honest. If you both want to fight over my love and keep spoiling me,
I'm game for that. I'm open to that. That's
and
all
you might change my mind. But right now you're losing. So
fight to the death. Fight to the death. Diego and I, we can only use sock and boppers. Something.
You would kill Diego.
I don't know. You know what? Now he is officially inherited dad strength, so I think he would just out of nature win for sure. And I can't send a father to hell either. I can't do that.
I love that Diego's gonna go to hell.
Oh, I mean, he listens to all that dang black metal. What do you expect?
Yeah, he does.
They're singing about it's nothing but singing about drinking, women, and prostitution. That's all. That's what I'm getting from every time, or the occasional sea shanty. It sounds like too.
Occasional, like yes, very occasional. And honestly, that sea shanty is about fucking mermaids. So
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't think there's a difference.
That's too accurate. Diego, defend yourself. You have your chance now. Oh my God. So I had a question for you. I don't remember what made me think of it. I think I woke up in the morning and I told Sin the question, and I was like, I need to ask John this. And so I'm gonna wait till Beer Belly. So what do you think is what's the sexiest things? What's the sexiest thing that our mothers have ever done, you think? It's real time right now.
It's a real weird question.
I had just woken up from my sleep, and I was like, I don't know how it came to mind, but
I know, because you had some weird fucking dream. Well, like I said already, will put me on a plane to Alabama because I'm about to think sexy thoughts about sexy things I don't want to.
But you're still calling them sexy. So sexiest thing you think your mother has ever done?
Do you already know yours? I gotta really think about this one.
I think I know mine.
You tell me. It might spark my engine.
A little kickstart. I instantly thought about it for a moment. I was like, what is the sexy? That's a really weird thing for me to think. But then I thought about it, and I'm just going to be, a prick and just say probably making me. I'm going to go with that.
I was going to say that, but I was like, is that too easy?
It is a little easy. I'll admit.
Like your mom. I'm sorry. I love you, Mama Ramirez. I know you listen to this. I love you.
Good save.
I said Mama Ramirez. It's not Ramirez. What is it?
Acosta now.
Acosta. Mama Acosta.
Mama Acosta.
Your dad is shaking his head right now. He's like, what did I do?
I know, right?
Kid? What did I show him that fucked him up? I would say whenever the food came from the kitchen to the table. Anytime.
Exactly.
Anytime.
Something in there. That's the sexiest thing that's ever happened.
Times very excited about stuff.
Glad to hear. I
don't like that question.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but it had to be said. It had to be put into the ether.
And then you're the one who has to have these weird wet dreams.
No one said it was. No one said there was moisture involved.
In here, that's what I'm thinking.
Jesus God. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I just had to ask. That's all. That's all. That was my goings on for the week. I was like, yeah, you know what? I can't wait to ask this. I meant to ask last episode, and it just completely slipped my mind.
I don't appreciate it. That should have been a question I refused to answer, but
you could have, and yet no, you proceeded to answer it anyway.
Oh yeah, terrible, AJ.
Yeah, I know.
Do you see that the timer's on now?
Yep. According to good old Zoom, we got about 8.5 minutes left of this episode.
Are you almost done with your beer?
Oh yeah. I'm ready for a second one. To be honest with you, I
cannot drink like you at all. I'm like halfway.
So you say that, but you definitely do, though. You definitely drink. So you drink beers faster than me after we've had a few beers. That's how John works, I think.
Well, my wife was nice enough to clarify this for me a few weeks ago.
Thank you.
Because
brings some logic to our relationship.
Because I always say I can't drink beers fast, and that you drink faster than I do.
Okay.
And what she said was, what I do to you is I let you drink fast, and then I wait to give you shit, but then you're like, yours is full, and then I down mine, and then I make you keep drinking that way, I guess. So in a sense, I guess I do drink faster than you. But
you're mind fucking me right now.
I know.
You're negging me into alcoholism. That's actually a really good observation on her part. I respect that. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for bringing some fucking logic to our friendship a little bit. We need an outsider's perspective every now and then, for sure. I think that's definitely necessary.
You want to get your other beer?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down. I'll be right back then. Should we end this call and we'll start a new one?
Yep. I'll wait for your invite when you run back.
Sounds good. We will be back in, as far as editing goes, 1 second.
Cool.
Go. Welcome to the mating call portion of the podcast. Submit your best mating calls. Please let us know. You can also
your belly actually dark.
Yeah, exactly. You can actually, if you're on Spotify or Anchor, some other podcasting apps will work too. You can actually send us voice messages. They're linked at the bottom of our episode description. So send in your mating calls, please. We'd greatly appreciate it.
I would love to hear it. We'll make call back. We'll play your mating call and we'll make call back.
Yes, absolutely. There you go. I like that. The mating call hour.
So I've had a week to think about it, AJ. One week, 7 days. It's probably been more than that. And I got to say, Mr. Fantastic was really fucking stupid.
I mean, still on that. Nice. I like that a lot.
I'm just a little disappointed. That's it.
Sure.
I was just, I understood she was going to kill them, obviously, but they just made him so dumb. And it's so disappointing.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I get that.
I just wanted to bring that up. You just
No, all good.
Yeah. But talking about Doctor Strange, did you see Max's new video with about
his combo of Doctor Strange combos? It was really fun to watch. I watched it this morning when I got up. Yeah.
That one is probably one of my favorites. And what was really making me laugh, I love the editing in that video. Whenever he go and then
whenever he drops the combos and shit, yeah.
So after that video, I watched most of it. I was able to do the loops in like 15 minutes.
Oh wow! Nice.
After trying to learn them for years.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you are pretty well versed in Doctor Strange gameplay in Marvel 3.
I will say that I think because I already kind of knew how to do them
to a degree.
I never had the timing completely down to start it.
Yeah,
that was always my thing. But after watching that and seeing how to start it, and don't get me wrong, I can't do it consistently. Yeah. But within 20 minutes, I would say I did it 3 times, like 3 different times doing the loop.
Wow. And you killed with it, or?
No, I didn't do all the fancy. I just
Oh,
did
okay.
the flames of the flame, and then end it with the super.
Flames of the impact paw.
Because I'm learning another character. Don't say the name, but don't say
Ooh,
the
I will
name.
not say the name.
You
I know
know
who you're
the
talking
name,
about. I know who you're talking
so
about, and I'm very excited about it.
don't
But
be.
yes.
I'm a long way. Honestly, point where it was like I should have learned the Doom Infinite, but I've already invested too much time.
Well, I'm glad that you're to the point of where you can say too much time. That's really good. So, anyone not knowing what the fuck we're talking about, real quick recap: Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, one of the best fighting games of our generation. Yada yada.
The
Go
best
ahead,
fighting
continue.
game of our generation.
There you go. There you go.
The best. Don't at me,
Hmm.
or actually at me, because we need support.
Yes, please.
We're desperate.
Continue to tag us and share us with your friends.
Do you see my co-host? He's artistic.
Yeah. Terribly artistic. Absolutely. It's a shame to have to admit, but you know what? I have to be honest with myself.
Yeah. So definitely fun with what I'm doing. And that's all I say.
Okay. You'll leave it at that. Did you watch the part of where he actually transitioned to learning Doctor Strange combos in Marvel Infinite as well?
He didn't really learn them. I think at the
around.
end he had like the computer do the combos for him.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But I do like how they transition into that too, where it's kind of like, fuck it, let's play MVCI. And then in like the last 5 minutes, it transition MVCI.
Right. And I have to say, I didn't realize like all the cool particle effects that there are for that character in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Like he actually looks better in that game for sure. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is a great looking game. It holds up to this day graphically and obviously gameplay wise, especially. But just like the sheer way that like the effects for his special attacks are like pretty cool in Marvel Infinite.
If you have time, and I'm going to say mentally write this down for yourself, AJ.
Okay.
Not enough damage.
Okay. Fair enough.
Look up not enough damage on MVCI. He plays Doctor Strange, Ultron, and at one point,
I know of him, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was an MVC3 player too, so I don't know which one you know him from, but he was like the guy that put Doctor Strange on the map in MVCI.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Like I like the idea of like his glyphs and like the orbs he puts out on the board as well. Like it looks really exciting, the gameplay of it, and it's very intriguing. I don't know if I have the brain to or the patience to take the time to utilize them effectively, but just the idea of the tricks that character can do in the game, it just seems like so much fun.
You know, the more I've watched that game, and you know what, I was a die-hard supporter of that game for a good 4 years.
Marvel Infinite, yeah.
You know, I preached Don Khan's what does he call it again? The Gauntlet. The Gauntlet. Yeah. I used to fucking preach that to the world. It was the best thing ever. But
Twitch.tv/ICU hater. Yes.
I think this is my problem with MVCI, which
oh boy,
it's only a problem if you think it's a problem. And I do think this. I think this comes down because I grew up with MVC 2 and 3. You know, I played 2 between 10 to fucking 19, and then I went from MVC 3 that I'm still playing now to this fucking day.
Yes.
It's too balanced.
Too balanced.
There's some broken shit in it, but even the broken shit is like, you know, Winter Soldier Chun-Li. Or Gamora, where she's like a cheap character, but every game has a cheap character, obviously. But like the damage, you need 3 resets.
The chip damage is not very heavy at all.
No.
Yeah.
So that's my, and I think that has to come down to I played broken ass games and I adore them.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. I still think, although it's an 11 to 12-year-old game, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is still more creative than MVCI. That's newer. Like there's still a lot of unexplored creativeness that can be done in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And I feel like MVCI is done.
You think so? I feel like Stone, like overall stone usage in that game is not where it could be. Like, I mean, Mind Stone, I feel like still could use a lot of exploration. Time Stone could still use a lot of exploration. I feel like combo potential with Power Stone, depending on the character, has yet to be fully untapped. I
Well,
feel. I
because
don't
they
know.
suck, AJ. That's the problem. It's because they suck.
Who are you
Um,
talking about? The
the
stones or the
stones,
players? Oh,
the
okay.
stones you're talking about. Reality Stone sucks.
Oh yeah, no,
Um,
don't get me wrong. Reality Stone, I feel like it has its gimmick. But Power Stone, I feel like I agree with you to a degree.
Power
Depending
Stone
on
is
the
very
character,
used.
you might as well just fucking use that to get as much damage as
Oh yeah.
possible. But I wonder though, one thing that gets me, and I don't understand enough about the game. Sorry to interrupt you, but my concern with Power Stone is I get it. You might as well go for as much damage as you can. But then I wonder, combos, depending on the character, obviously, they need to be altered if you're going to be in Power Stone state. If you're going to use the energy or the stone,
The
what's it called
surge,
when you activate it?
the
The
power
surge is like the
surge.
blast, and then there's
Uh,
the fuck. I can't remember the term, but basically when you're actually unlocking the power of the storm, soul storm, or
Power
the storm.
Storm.
Yeah,
Storm.
yeah. In this case, yeah,
Okay.
if you're in Power Storm, if you will, like you have to adjust your combos because the same ones won't work when you're outside of it. And so I wonder if there's obviously probably potential of that. You could actually probably get more damage without a Power Stone storm than with one at times, possibly. You don't think so?
No, Powers again. Follow this game pretty religiously. Uh,
Okay.
Power Stone can kill if you have the right combo and depending on how much of the actual storm you have, because once
Yeah.
it gets halfway you can activate it, but if you're somebody who has 100%,
Mm-hmm.
you can kill a character. But the problem with
Gotcha.
that is most of the time you're at 100% when your character's dead. um
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. So
Most of
you
the time.
really can't afford to drop your combos in at that point.
The good thing about, and this is why they brought in the stones, was to give characters tools that they normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
So a great example would be Winter Soldier and Power Stone. Winter Soldier has no air mobility whatsoever, and if he hits you in the air with a normal button, almost impossible to confirm. But if or very difficult, either impossible or extremely difficult depending on the situation. But
Okay.
if you have Power Stone, any button into Power Stone turns into an instant combo because it gives you that wall bounce.
Power Stone. Yes.
So
Okay.
that's the reason you'll want it.
Gotcha. That makes
So
perfect sense.
those three, what is it? Power, reality, and soul
Mm-hmm.
are all equally as good. And I would say at this point, all equally as used. I honestly think I see more people picking Power Stone than Soul Stone nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that shift over like the last year or two probably. But I mean, I think Space Stone is still very viable though, obviously,
Is
because
that not what I
you
said?
you
I said
said reality.
reality.
I think you
No,
accidentally said reality.
fuck
Yeah,
reality. Yeah, fuck
yeah,
reality.
yeah.
Space,
Space,
space.
power, and soul. Yeah, I think anyone would agree
Yeah,
with you. Those are the top three. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Reality kind of has good keep away tools, I guess, when you activate the storm. Mind Stone, the thing I always thought about Mind Stone that was always underused, but nobody uses it because why would you?
Hmm.
Unless you're artistic. Um, would be the Power Stone can be used as a reset.
Yes, with
You
the
know that.
command grab, right?
It's basically a command grab, but it has one special thing that other command grabs don't. You can actually grab from the command grab.
What?
And
What do you
right,
mean?
so it tip normally, I might be wrong, but I'm going off of MBC 3 and 2.
Okay.
When you do a command grab, you usually have to follow up with a normal or a special, right? You have to hit a
Okay.
button. You cannot go into a grab. But in MVCI, if you get them with the Mind Stone, you can grab them like
Oh.
an actual grab. And I know what you're thinking. Why would you grab? When you grab, it's fucking your damage scaling is off the charts.
Hmm.
You do 25% of the damage you normally would.
Okay.
Um, but the good thing about it is when you grab an MVCI, you lose all your red health.
When you grab the character, your opponent, their red
Mhm.
health goes to zero. Gotcha.
So that's the only reason I find it used to that. Because in a game where you're
Oh.
constantly tagging, the
Ah.
red health is really hard to get down, unless
Yes.
obviously you kill the character.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get somebody in a happy birthday situation, all of their health goes red and
Mm-hmm.
it slowly regenerates. But at times people tag, even when
Yeah.
there's all that red health. So
Yeah.
that's that situation to use Mind Stone and then grab and then make all that red health go away.
That's pretty dirty. And so you're saying the command grab from Mind Stone does not do that, but a regular grab will. I,
Yes.
I see. So that's why you want to, in a way, combo from command grab to regular
Into a
grab
regular
to
grab,
deplete the red
the
health.
red health.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get you there. I thought you were going to say something like you can combo into the command grab, which is what makes the command grab so special.
No, yeah,
But
that's a normal
okay,
thing.
that's a
Comboing
normal
after.
function.
Well, I don't know. With MVCI,
Comboing into a command grab, I can see being a thing. I think what I was trying to say was you can command grab even while they're in block stun,
no.
which is
So
probably not a thing
you
still.
you cannot. No, command grab. It happens in block stun. You can do
Okay,
it during block stun. You can't combo into a command grab.
there we go. Okay, probably yeah, more so the case.
But
At
if
least
you're
in this
blocking,
video game. Guilty Gear may be a different situation, but yeah, I feel you. Okay,
oh
for
yeah,
sure.
every fight. I'm strictly Marvel versus Capcom. You know that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Beautiful. That was a
Ooh,
symphony of love.
there was some heartbreak
I'll
to that.
still say this. I know for a time you were like excited about the idea of Guilty Gear. I still think you would be able to find at least a character or two that you would appreciate because that game is pretty nutso butso for sure.
Why would I play Guilty Gear when I can play Power Rangers? Skullgirl.
Fair
Skullgirl
point.
is still getting updates even after like the creator of Skullgirl got canceled. That game
Right?
is still getting
Still
updates.
absolutely still new characters coming to this day. Absolutely. Like one
Mm-hmm.
is on the way very soon if I'm not mistaken. Very soon. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
actually pretty exciting.
one of those few rivalries we had, like legit,
For a
was
moment.
Skullgirl. Nah,
I mean, you definitely figured out how to use like Valentine pretty decently.
after a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just me. I have to learn if I'm starting to lose.
Right. Have you seen like the videos of like when people use Big Band? So to anyone who doesn't know, Big Band is a character in one of the few male characters in Skullgirls. He's like this basically like a giant like instrument where he has like multiple instruments that just come out of him, and he has this one super or not a super, sorry, like a special move I think where like you can actually play musical notes and to the point of where you can play songs. So like people have like learned how to play all sorts of real songs with that character. It's actually pretty fun.
I knew about that. I have never actually seen the songs, but I do know about. I think you've told me this before.
Right, yeah. It's just fun the idea that they came up with and that you can actually make it happen.
They're Doctor Strange fighting.
But
Um,
yeah, Doctor Strange, badass character, interesting movie. Reed Richards. Wow, what a way to come back to that.
talk about being artistic, right?
I know, right? Jesus Christ. I think I'm rubbing off on you a little bit. My artistry, if you will. But yeah, like, hey, there's a psychopath coming for us who's willing to do anything to get what they want, but let's just give you the keys to the castle and just
Yeah,
let you know all of our secrets so that way you can use them against us instantly. And let's not trust the one person who is showing that they're trustworthy, even though they have the power capability of doing something terrible. They clearly are proving that they don't want to do that. So maybe go with a person that doesn't have murderous rage within them at the time. Maybe.
yeah. And you don't believe him? You got a mind who could, a man who can read thoughts.
Yes.
Look at that. We're both very artistic people, and we figured that solution out in 30 seconds.
Some might say Reed Richards is the smartest man in the Marvel Universe. Some might say, but you know what? Put him in a situation where there's a murderous woman and then a guy who's just trying to do the right thing. And, well, you know what? He gets a little confoozled every now and then. It's all right.
It happens.
But he's handsome as hell. It's okay. It's okay. His statue's going to look great when the world is blown to oblivion. So it's okay. It's all right.
It's not. He deserves to die. All of them.
Silly String Man. Oh, yeah. He Twizzler Man, he definitely deserved to die. I was actually thinking about seeing that movie again today, but then I just thought about it and I was like, I don't know if I want to go through it again right now. I think I need a little more time away from it.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll watch it on Disney Plus, but like I told you, it's good for what it was.
Yeah, yeah. Fun movie.
That's about it.
Yeah. It was a bonkers ass movie. America Chavez was cool. Doctor Strange was cool. It's just something. I mean, the cameos were cool. The cameos were great. It's just, yeah.
You figure we're probably down to, if we're lucky, one more Doctor Strange movie. For the love of God, make a good Doctor Strange movie. Shit.
I have to admit,
they're
I
not
like
bad.
Both. I like
they're
both.
not bad, but
yeah.
would you say that both are top 10? Any of those
I think
two?
maybe within the top 10.
Let's not start this argument right now, AJ.
We'll wait till Sunday.
Top
we'll wait
10.
till Sunday when we're going to have brunch. We're going to be drunk at brunch. We're going to have drunk brunch, and we're going to talk. We can talk about it then, just the two of us with the ladies. And that way they can weigh in too.
The ladies can weigh in. They both like Marvel.
Oh, thank God.
I think.
Oh, come back to me, baby boy. Come back to me. There
You're wrong.
we go.
You're totally wrong.
Fucking internet connection.
Not even top 10.
Doctor Strange 1 or 2 for that matter.
Or 2. Or
there are a lot of good Marvel movies out there. You make a fair point.
There's about 13 years worth of good Marvel movies. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even before that, the first Spider-Man movie is great, but that's not. I guess technically now it's MCU canon to a degree. Yeah.
Oh no, they 100% are. Mm-hmm. Wait, the first Spider-Man?
The first 3, I guess technically.
You're talking about
Tobey Maguire?
No.
I mean, he's multiverse, baby. That's MCU.
So? That doesn't mean the X-Men, the original X-Men, are MCU because Xavier's in Doctor Strange.
I mean, he's a character of the fucking franchise. It's MCU now. Now
owned by
officially
Fox. Now
officially mutants are in the MCU.
Now
they just didn't say the M word.
This is it. You want to claim Spider-Man being MCU? Then technically Morbius is too.
Yes, I agree.
Oh my God, AJ, you were.
I haven't even seen the movie. I haven't even seen the movie, but obviously he's tied in, like you said in the end credit scene. Spoilers: Vulture shows up. Vulture is a part of the MCU. It is.
There's actually, I don't know if it's rumors or it's actually confirmed, but there are a lot of theaters now that they completely removed that part.
Oh, really? Because it's that bad, or what?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so sad. I need to see this scene. I know you brought it up, and if they're willing to remove it from theaters, it really probably is as bad as you say it is.
They don't want to associate themselves with that shitty movie.
Really? That sucks. And just earlier today, I saw Jared Leto post on Instagram that Morbius is now streamable.
Nobody wants to watch your shit. I know we've had this conversation the last 15 podcasts. Somebody needs to be real with this man and tell him to stop making comic book movies. You've tried. Yeah. Shit, you've tried twice and you failed. You failed at a time where comic book movies are just the shit.
At their height. Yes, other
even
powers.
Zack Snyder. Like he has a huge fan base. Can't deny that. Do you tell him that he should stop acting in comic book movies, or should I?
Why don't we hold hands and do it together? He might appreciate that more so. I think it's time. I think we let him know, because you know what? How many actors, and there's very few, I think, have had the opportunity to not only do DC movies and let into the Marvel universe as well.
Correct yourself.
Leave a bad impression in both.
He's not in the Marvel universe. He's in the Sonyverse.
Okay, that's right. We don't talk about the Sonyverse. You're right. Unless you're part of the Spider-Man trilogies, then yeah, we don't talk about those. And that, if anything, it's only 5 out of the 6 Spider-Man films. Although no, there's 8 of them now, isn't there? Oh, Jesus.
6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so never mind. We only talked about a couple of a small handful. But that's the thing. We've talked about it before. You're right. Like, why would you settle for anything less than what's produced officially by Disney? Like why? I mean, I get it. It's a gig. He probably got paid a good chunk of change, but at the same time, like, I mean, I guess it was worth a paycheck, but is it worth his reputation as an actor? I don't know. I don't
And
know.
he blames everybody else.
Does really?
Well, yeah. I mean, the fucking just not Justice League, was it the Suicide Squad had studio interference, which is true. But let's be honest, the parts that he was actually in were shit.
And they cut out a shitload of it as well.
But that's what he blames.
Okay.
That's the thing. He says that they cut all of his parts. Of course, it was going to be a good Joker.
There's a reason why they cut stuff, though. There's a reason why they cut stuff for time. It's disposable.
So,
I'm
doesn't
just
he have
saying.
a team? Isn't there a team that says, bro, this is Sony on the top of it, not Disney? Maybe don't sign that contract.
Right, right. I know. Just. Hey, you know they have a track record. I know Spider-Man's doing pretty good nowadays with Tom Holland being attached to it, but otherwise, you probably just wait, wait a while. Wait, give it like 5 years. Maybe they'll pull your number, and then you can go for it. Maybe you can.
They
be
definitely
something
pulled
else.
his number.
You know, I feel like he would have been a really good. I feel like he could have been a really good Adam. Isn't that the name of the villain that's supposed to be in like Guardians 3 that they tease at the end of Guardians 2?
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, I feel like maybe he could have been a good Adam Warlock, but instead,
who they cast it? He got really good looking. The guy that they casted as Adam Warlock?
Is that Zac Efron?
No.
Who is it?
Do I have
You can definitely share your screen. Let me just make sure you have permissions. Now you do, yes. Only because I allow it. So again,
Only
anyone
'cause you
watching
allow it?
on Spotify, or if you're not watching on Spotify, watch the video on Spotify. John's going to share his screeny right now.
Share screen.
God. All right. So Adam Warlock in the MCU eventually, likely, will still
They showed
be this
Yu-Gi-Oh!
actor. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah. And it says Adam Warlock on there.
Why? Now I really that's what you get for searching with Bing.
I know Bing is awful.
This episode of Beer Belly brought to you by Microsoft Bing.
All right.
Who the hell is it? I'm so
I don't know
curious.
the actor's name.
It was so Bing was so bad you went to Google to get the search for the actor. Oh, this guy. Okay. The guy from I forget the comedy movie with Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, that's what everybody associates him with. This is more accurate.
Right. Will
this
Porter?
Is him more so now.
Yeah, he has become very handsome.
He became very handsome. Ciao, you know?
No, I agree. He's got the smolder going on. Yeah. Toned jawline, the cheekbones on point, beautiful green eyes, great hair. Great hairline, I might say.
No chest hair, though. I don't know how I feel.
No chest, which is fine. And you know what? Notice
what happened?
2 buttons unbuttoned. Oh, we're going straight to Twitter for the source. Even better. Yeah, I'm fine with that. You're right.
Yeah, like he became very handsome at some point. What happened?
Yeah, he after Meet the Millers or We Are the Millers. That was the movie. There we go.
Why didn't I get hit with the handsome gene? I'm still fucking waiting for that.
You know, it's a thing. You got to get hit in the face by a hammer. If you want, I'm happy to help you with that. It's all good. I got your back, bro.
You're gonna squiver me?
I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited about Adam Warlock, and you know, this is supposed to be the last Guardians with Drax.
Oh, really? Is he supposed to go out and spin off into like Annihilation or something?
No, Dave. What's his last name? Batista. He's over the character.
Oh, he's bowing out.
Yeah, he's just basically said he's spent his time and he doesn't want to be typecasted. You know.
Fair enough. I mean, okay. I think he's going to be the big tough guy in every movie, but fair enough.
Regardless, yeah, at least being a very, 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 very successful franchise that kind of made your career. Yes, I know you were a professional wrestler, but
right.
The real world you until this, Guardians.
Yeah, I think that's a fair observation. But at the same, I mean, also to his credit, at least he's like, hey, you know what? If he wants to, he doesn't have to do anything ever again. So provided he spends his money right, like he can just coast. Not only like on a moral standpoint of just like, hey, I've been a part of one of the most successful film franchises of all time, but on another more personal note, I don't have to work again if I don't want to.
Never, ever, ever. But for all you know, he spends his money on prostitutes and gambling. So
possibly so. Possibly.
You never know.
Jesus
you
Christ.
Never know.
Dave Bautista, if this gets to you, I'm so sorry. I'm not responsible for what this man says about you.
I'm still convinced The Rock is really just a little alien inside his head, like Men in Black style. But it's hard to confirm it unless I can get to his head.
Fair enough. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that on Zoom, I can actually move our windows to where you're on the right and I'm on the left. I just clicked and dragged right now just to see, and it worked. And
I've been having fun with that for the longest.
You've been doing that to us the whole time?
Yeah, for the longest, where I just kind of mess around and go.
Just do that while we record, you weirdo.
Well, it records off your screen. I mean, shit.
Fine, you know what? For the rest of the episode, we're going to switch sides a little bit. Doesn't look right. Doesn't feel right. But I'm down. I think you've been on the left side of the screen for the pretty much since episode 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you too.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm on the left on my screen.
And you're on the right on mine. Very good. I'm almost done with the second one. Wow, not bad. I got like a good quarter of the way to go, and we're almost done with recording this episode, according to freaking Zoom.
Ah, shit. All right.
On a damn time limit. Well, I have another question, but I'm going to hold off till another time.
Okay. Write it down.
I have it written down for sure.
Okay. Cool.
It's in.
I want to hear it. I just don't want to be rushed because I know this thing hangs up on you once it hits the time limit. Look, Zoom.
Exactly. No, we can definitely. It can wait. It can wait. Trust me. This is not a pressing matter whatsoever. If anything, it's probably good that we just never say it ever. But it's okay. Well, of course, an episode would not be complete without John's words of wisdom for the week. I don't know how he comes up with them every time. I like to think to a degree it's premeditated, but I have no idea. But again, I've stalled enough. Lay it on us, sir.
If you're feeling sad and you want some happiness in your life, sometimes the best thing in the world is to donate to a charity. And I just started one for my best friend who is artistic. The AJ is Artistic Fund. So if you need some happiness in your life, go ahead and send them some funds or some views at BeerBellyPod. Again, for the love of my friend, who again is with a hard R, artistic.
There are so many layers to this right now. You just called your program AA. The AG is Artistic Fun. Hard R and artistic. Yeah, there's no going up from here. We definitely reached the peak. It looks good from up here, but god damn it, if we don't get canceled from this, I don't know what else will.
We didn't say anything wrong.
No, apparently not. Oh, shit. Well, if you are still with us, follow us on social media. Links to everywhere you can find us in every episode description at BeerBellyPod on everything. The Twittermers, the Instamagrams, the Tickamatox. Send in your questions for us to answer on every following episode. BeerBellyPod@gmail.com, or just DM us or comment on our posts on social media, and we'll acknowledge you. Let us know what we should drink next time. Is there a beer, a cocktail, a spirit that we should drink? Are there any other hard R's that we could use?
Isn't AJ is artistic? I will protest this show.
Welcome to AA, everybody. You'll get your tokens after 5 episodes, so just be ready for that. If you have any questions, again, let us know. This has been another episode of Beer Belly. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.